What's going on, guys? Welcome back to WWE Network and Show, where I, Graham G.S. Matthews, break down all the original content I watch on the WWE Network and on Peacock. And today we're talking the February 3rd, 2024 edition of the SmackDown LowDown. No Megan Morant this week. She is filled in for by Scott Stanford alongside Matt Camp. They open up the episode replaying the ending to the show on Friday night. That fucking segment, man. I ranted about it at length in my SmackDown audio review yesterday. Check it out if you haven't already. With The Rock confronting Roman Reigns and kind of pushing Cody Rhodes to the side. So plenty more thoughts on that, not here, but in that video from yesterday. Check it out. They run down the bigger headlines, the other big headlines from Friday's SmackDown as well, including recapping the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Qualifier with Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate qualifying, advancing to next week's number one contenders match. They will face the winners of a Fatal 4-Way, another Tag Team Fatal 4-Way qualifier on Monday. 4 teams from Raw, winners of that match, challenging the Judgment Day for the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles at Elimination Chamber. We hear from Bate and Dunne backstage here. Bate says that they move one step closer to becoming champions. Pete Dunne says that things are different now than they were previously, and he also addresses the Judgment Day, putting them on notice. They recap the Bobby Lashley Prophet's Final Testament quote-unquote match. They never really got started. Bell never rang, I believe, so they kind of recap that whole brawl and dilemma with B-Fab coming to the aid of Lashley and the Prophets. We hear from them here about that, as well as B-Fab. Bobby says that B-Fab is a great addition to the group. They've been talking for a while. Thanks to her for her help. The Prophets talk about that they're even now. They've been waiting for weeks for someone to kind of come to their aid. They've been outnumbered by the Final Testament. B-Fab coming to their aid helps out with that. It kind of evens the numbers game a little bit. And Dawkins says that this is their final form and they're ready to take it to the Final Testament. They replay the Damage Control segment with Bayley choosing to face Io Sky at WrestleMania for the WWE Women's Championship and also turning on them as well. They turned on her first, but kind of cementing the split there. Back in the studio, they preview the WrestleMania match between Bayley and Sky. Looking forward to that. They recap the Tiffany Stratton win over Meechin. We hear from Stratton backstage, and she says that SmackDown's the lucky brand to have signed her, and that says that the show will see more of her going forward. So kind of keeps it short and sweet. She is indeed a great addition to the brand. I know they were talking, Bobby was about B-Fab to the Lashley Prophets group. She's a great addition. Tiffany is a great addition to the SmackDown women's division. I still hope, like I said in my SmackDown audio review yesterday, I hope we do get the Tiffany Stratton-Bianca Belair match at Mania. If Bianca's not busy with Charlotte Flair being out, they may have kind of shoehorned Tiffany into that spot because Charlotte's out right now. Honestly, fine by me. That match sounds great as well. Matt Camp also agrees, calling her a very good signing for SmackDown, and hypes up the other free agents, Braun Breaker, Jade Cargill. Where will they end up, Raw or SmackDown? They replayed the end of the show with The Rock confronting Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, saying he will not challenge Roman at Mania. He is not finishing that story with Roman at WrestleMania. Fucking stupid. They replay that whole final few minutes. Again, you can go out of your way to check out my rant from yesterday on that. It's a lengthy one. It's profanity-laced. Just a heads up. Matt Camp runs down Rock's last few matches in WWE against Cena and Punk and being WWE champion a decade ago. And he was hurt even then. He's probably going to get hurt now in the match itself. But, talking about how big of a match that could be. It's not official for Mania, but they do hype up the press event for Thursday in Vegas, where they probably will make that match official, unfortunately. Before also hyping up NXT Judgment Day for Sunday. So check that out as well. That seems to be shaping up to be a fun show on Sunday night on Peacock. So that was it for SmackDown LowDown for February 3rd. Pretty standard stuff here. I fucking hated all the talk of Rock and Roman and the Cody shit. I mean, I can't imagine Matt Camp. It seemed like he was like, oh yeah, I got a lot to say, but I can't really say it all here. It seemed like to me he was also kind of upset, like, hey man, what the fuck are you doing coming back and upstaging Cody Rhodes like that? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he agrees with Rock and Roman being the Mania match. I don't know. Not that it really matters, but his reaction was interesting. He didn't really seem overly enthused with the Rock and Roman stuff, but again, he may have just been putting on a character for this show. I don't know. But they talked about that, and we heard from Bobby and the Prophets, Bobby and B-Fab as well. We heard from Tiffany Stratton, the newest addition to the SmackDown roster, and Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. So we heard from a lot of people. Good stuff here on the SmackDown LowDown for this week. Thank you guys for checking out my review. I appreciate it. Be sure to like the video, drop a comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. Have an awesome one, guys. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.